I'm not showing my face in this video for reasons, but my name's Aaron, and I've been bullied my entire life. In kindergarten, I felt out of place because at the school I went to, there was a preschool built in, and everyone in my grade went to that preschool or a preschool in the area. I didn't go to preschool. When I was in kindergarten, I was made fun of, bullied, and picked on for being clumsy, for being different, for being weird, for enjoying life to the fullest. I didn't mind. It never bothered me much. I just ignored it. Till a kid gave me a black eye. Now, the kid didn't do it purposefully. He was playing tag. He ran over me, literally, and I ended up with a black eye. It was the fact I was called Pirate Face. Or I was told it was my fault. And that I was the one who should have been answerable, not the kid. In first grade, it wasn't too bad. I still got picked on and bullied. I was told to cheat because I could ace spelling tests at the time. And I could read and write better than most people at the time. Now, what I mean by that is I could read in my head and I could understand things a lot easier than other kids. But reading out loud was difficult, so when I did read out loud, I always had trouble. At the same time, I was being physically abused at home. So you can imagine I really did not need the group of kids picking on me at school. We were taught to read with our fingers so that we knew where we were in a sentence, in a paragraph, in a book. Like most kids, at home, if I did that, I was duct taped to a chair, my legs and arms, and told to read the book. Problem is, multiple pages, I can't turn the page. Sometimes they'd put the book in my lap so I could, and other times they'd leave it on the table and told me to figure it out. Now, duct tape incident only happened once. But I remember having to knock over the chair because no one would help me when I told them I needed help, I needed to go to the bathroom, anything. They wouldn't believe me. They thought I just was trying to get away. So I had to knock over the chair and chew through the duct tape. So I keep it on my one hand so that I can get out. The next second grade wasn't so bad either. I guess I grew a tough skin. Third grade was horrible. There's this one girl who would pick on me all the time. She was cruel, she was mean, and she'd make fun of me for being slow, for more ways than one, for being weird, for running weird, for walking weird, for talking weird. Just made fun of all the time. I kept pushing though, and I kept fighting back. One time she bent my finger and nearly cracked it. Painful. It's still over here. And, that's my mom. I'm not always like people. In 4th grade, because I wasn't athletic, or people didn't consider me talented in any way, I was made fun of. I was treated differently. I saw the world differently. They would call me stupid, idiot, and I became a recluse and an introvert and shy and didn't want to talk to anyone. My only friend that I had for years moved away and I just couldn't stand it anymore. So I became a recluse. Because my writing ability was so bad, they gave me something to type with. I was called an idiot or stupid or retard because of it. I always was different, and I always had a hard time understanding why I was different. Christmas of 4th grade, I went into a coma. I got the flu one day and I went into a coma for a week right before Christmas. I came out before Christmas, but I don't remember Christmas or that month entirely. When I came back, I had to tell everyone I am type 1 diabetic, that I was born with an autoimmune, made some more white blood cells attacked my pancreas. Now you have to understand, when you think of autoimmune, you think of AIDS. Everyone thought it was AIDS. Everyone thought I was a disease-ridden freak. Now, we know of AIDS and sex and stuff at this point. We understand the basics of it. But sitting there and I have to explain to people you don't have AIDS, that you're like the girl in the bubble, or the boy in the bubble, but you don't have AIDS, and so on and so forth, is the most difficult thing, because you are called a whore, a bitch, a slut. And it was frustrating because I was told never to cuss. I cussed once. So angry. Got in trouble for it. Yet no matter what everyone else did to me, no one would help. Stand by and watch. It became so bad when and if someone would hug me, I didn't know how to react, and I was told I was being mean when I didn't hug back. I'm uncomfortable with the situation. I had to explain that, and I wasn't being mean to the girl, and I got in trouble. I was just so different. I was considered being specially treated, this and that, and it was so bad. So horrible and so bad. In 5th grade, it didn't get any better, but it didn't get any worse. Same type of stuff. Then I moved. Everyone I've ever known, everyone I ever cared about, gone. I moved and I was treated completely poorly. People called me racist because I'm white. And no one in the area was white like me. I was bullied, I was picked on, I was cared treatment. Because I had a crush on a boy. This one girl who now has apologized to me years later. This girl would do horrible things to me. And one of the things she did was take my backpack, which had my medical supplies, and try and throw it in the dumpster. She hid it from me. The only tester I had, the only medication that I needed to live, I had. and she did that. I was freaked out. My teachers didn't do anything. She told the girl never to do it again. She endangered my life. She told the girl never to do it again. My teacher was the cheerleader type who ignored the bullies, being, oh, it's just kids. I was smart, I was ingenious, I think my way out of every situation, but I can only take so much. One day, they were saying my dad abandoned me, and I told them my dad died. My dad fought for this country. He killed men who threatened this country, and he's dead. And they freaked out, thinking I was lying, and that my dad was gonna come and hurt them. I got on school suspension for talking about my dead father by the same teacher. In middle school, thinking any better, the girls would pull on my hair, they'd punch me, they'd push me, they'd treat me like garbage, and I made two very close friends, and they told me why I take it. They asked me why I take it, and I told them I'd only be to blame. At this point, I was forced to go to counseling because it got so much when they pulled my friend's hair that I yanked this girl's hair and I threatened her. I threatened her with the most evil fucking glare you can imagine. I got in trouble. I didn't get suspended or anything. And I just stopped. And the reason she did this to me was because she thought I flipped her off. I was pointing up. She was looking at her shoes. She was looking at her feet. And she seemed down. Her body language seemed upset. I was telling her to look up through the bus window. She didn't. She thought I flipped her off. That misunderstanding and her thinking I'm lying to cover my ass made my life hell. My sister. At this point, the person who was physically abusing me went to jail for molesting my oldest sister. And I had a lot of issues to deal with. My other sister hated me, practically anyway. That I was annoying, that I was a brat, yada yada, got everything I wanted. What she didn't see was me suffer. She said she'd die for me, but she stood by and watched me suffer, thinking I was making it up for attention. She never helped. She constantly told me to shut up, and it got to the point where I just did. I was so upset that I just did it. I came home one day and I was talking about something to our mother, and she just said, "Oh, shut up," and jokingly. She didn't really mean it, and I just shut my trap. My mom asked me to continue, and I just shook my head and walked away. I didn't walk away in grace or in understanding or in style or anything cool. I walked away crying. Tears streamed down my face, but I would not make a noise. And when asked me what's wrong, I would not tell her. I just wouldn't. As halfway through that year, I was told I had the opportunity because the school wasn't meeting standards to switch. We took it immediately because the school wasn't helping. It didn't get any better in my new school. I was still treated like garbage. I was still being treated poorly. I was still being treated like I was useless, like I was stupid. This new school had different rules, different this, different that, and I didn't understand. Band didn't help because I was still a weirdo in band. I just dealt with it. And I made a friend, a very good friend, and made friends with those friends in ninth grade. Friends with them throughout high school, but it didn't help because I knew they couldn't go through what I went through. because they aren't like me. They aren't the type of people who can take hell on earth and come back from it. I sat there and took the world on. I went to the hospital 3 times that my ending year of middle school. And when I entered high school, it was good for a while, but I struggled. The struggle never ended, it never stopped, I just struggled. My freshman year, I was picked on and bullied, but I could deal with it because it wasn't so bad. No one was doing anything harsh, meaningful. My sophomore year was awful. I remember, you see, my freshman year was pretty bad, but not so bad. So my sophomore year, we had this our drum major thought I was being treated specially, thought this, thought that, and he didn't understand what type 1 diabetes was. So he pushed my body to the limit, tell me, hurry up, do this, do that, when I couldn't. Telling him I can't, I have to do this, I have to do that. And he's saying I was being unfair to the other kids. I'm sorry, I'm moving the camera a bit. I had to deal with that, and no matter what I did, no matter what I said, you won't believe me. The kids who were bullying me, he would always turn it on me somehow. So I never told anyone, I just dealt with it. This one kid bullied me. He bullied me, he picked on me, he called me a man. Now, calling me a man, I don't mind too much, but I mean, he took it to extreme levels, and one word nearly made me kick his head off. And we both got in trouble. I was so angry at this, I wanted to scream. I wanted to scream, I'm going home and I'm going to kill myself. Have a good life. I really wanted to, but I didn't. I just took it. I did the push-ups, I did it all. He got some sick satisfaction from doing push-ups. Do push-ups before him. They dumped him and a couple of guys. Now, a couple of other guys were making jokes about me being manly and being tough. I didn't mind those. They were actually joking, but he took it too far. He dumped water bottles on my head. There was rope. They would tie me rope, and I was just told to ignore them, and if I did anything, I'd get in trouble, so I tried to ignore them, and then they're making sexual comments. And now, no girl likes wedgies. So I avoid most underwear at any cost. So I would wear like boy shorts instead. And I was made fun of for that. Or there's one time my zipper broke and you could see the upper part of my area, and they called it fuzzy underwear. Because boy shorts sometimes don't go all the way up. They go down sometimes. My zipper was busted, so that didn't work. I was cyberbullied for that. I just did everything I could to not do anything. When a teacher found out water bottles were dumped in my head, he told the principal, and I said it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth the fight. Whatever you plan to do to this kid won't do anything. It will make it worse, and they didn't do anything. When my mom found out I wanted to quit band, music was my passion. Music is my passion. It's something I love to do. And he wanted to make me quit. She went to him and said, "If you do not stop this, I'm taking her right now." He didn't do anything to stop it. He tried to, but it didn't work. I'd break down and I'd hide and I'd cry. Because it was all too much. Because I was scared. Because I was frightened. They don't understand that there is a thin line between bullying and just cracking a few jokes. My junior year was horrible. I got hurt, was made fun of. My senior year was horrid. I wanted to march. I really did. I wanted to try and march. But the instructor talked me out of it and said I'd get a part. And when I didn't get a part, I was upset. I was told I wasn't good enough for a part. I was told this and that. Not by the instructors. No. One instructor made that mistake. Making a comment because I couldn't be there because I was sick. And if I went there, I would have probably ended up in the hospital. Went to practice, I would have ended up in the hospital. And he said I should have been there anyway. It was so much, and my mom, and he should have been fired immediately. My band instructor should have been fired immediately for discrimination. I'd fight, I'd kick, I'd scream at him. He isolated me. He helped kids bully me. But my senior year, this one girl, Savannah, she told me I wasn't good enough. She bullied me. She picked on me. She did things behind my back. She tried to isolate me, and people were so scared for her they just joined in. I took it, and I took it, and I took it. And I told every person that wasn't worth the fight. My friends wanted to kill her. I told them, "You'd only end up getting me in trouble because of your actions. And you'd get in trouble too." And I told them not to. I told them that no matter what happened, that don't fight. And then my mom told the school who was doing it because she witnessed this. The school did nothing. They stood by and let it continue to happen and told me that isolation wasn't considered a form of bullying when in their school policy it is. I just took it. I took it all. I finally graduated. I was so happy. I was done. Yeah, I was done. Now you may see this as, oh, this isn't that bad. Oh, it's not this. When you're pushed to the breaking point, when your mind is beginning to break because you feel that you are actually worthless, then you can say that. You don't know what it's like. You don't know how it is, and you don't know what it. You can sit there and you can take a lot, but there's only so much a person can take before they break. And people have broke me time and time again, and they nearly broke me again and shattered me. There's so many times I wanted to die, thinking that death was so much better than this hell. I now go to online college because my school's in Florida, and I live in California, and there's no way I could afford to go there physically. I live with my mom, who's helped me a lot. My boyfriend, who's really cool and lets me talk about my problems. And it's a lot of people who've helped me or at least tried. I thank you for every person who bullies me or thinks they're just cracking jokes at someone's expense without realizing it, without never cracking a joke about yourself. Think about how you would feel if people made those same comments. Eek the Geek, signing off, signing out. Have a fantastic day. And stop bullying.